The Georgia Bulldogs add another commitment in the 2022 class. This time it's four-star wide receiver Denylon Morissette, who chose the Bulldogs over Alabama, Clemson, a bunch of schools. This guy is one of the top wide receivers in the South. I have him ranked as the number 2 wide receiver in the state of Georgia. And this is big for a lot of reasons. First off, this guy was an absolute superstar coming out of middle school. I heard in 2018 by my guy Alex Benson over Born to Compete that this kid, Denylon Morissette, was going to be the next star wide receiver in the state of Georgia. And obviously he was proved to be right. Morissette, solid 4-star guy for me because I've seen him play a lot. I'm going to show some clips here of him playing with Gunnar Stockton at Hustle Inc. practice. Those two are very close. But I also saw him early in the year last year. I believe it was the season opener against Decula, where he went off 7 catches, over 100 yards, maybe close to 200 yards, 2 or 3 touchdowns. We've got highlights over on Dawg Post, so make sure you go check that out over on the website, exclusive Morissette highlights. But this guy is good size, 6'2", 200 pounds. And he's a fluid runner. He's deceptively fast. I think he has really good speed for a guy 200 pounds. And what I like the most about him is his ability to continue getting yards after the catch. He's a downfield threat. He knows how to get behind defenses, especially for a guy his size. Again, 6'2", 200 is not the speedy, faster receivers that you see so often. But he can pick them up and put them down to 200 pounds, but he can also create separation as a bigger, kind of still lean wide receiver. He doesn't just use his size to his advantage, but he's a guy who can go up and, he's got reliable hands. I have his stats right here. As a junior last year, he caught 63 balls, 824 yards, and 8 total touchdowns. So he definitely made a big impact. He's going to play for North Cobb High School this year. Last year was at Brookwood. It's actually the 4th high school he's been at. Started his career at Marietta, played up in Maryland as a sophomore, Brookwood last year, and he'll play at North Cobb this year. So he's going to get a lot of passes thrown his way. But as you can see, he's already developed some chemistry with Gunnar Stockton. Those two have been close for a while. I was at that Hustle Inc. practice shortly after Gunnar committed to Georgia, and Denylon knew about it the whole time. He said he got the heads up a few days earlier. So those two are pretty close, and it worked out in the end. I think Gunnar's been in his ear a little bit, and he's always said that he liked Coach Hankton, the Georgia wide receivers coach. They've had a good relationship for a while, and he's a guy that I think the staff has known about for a while. Again, I heard about him as an 8th grader. I know the Georgia staff has as well. So he's been in the recruiting scene for a while now, and for good reason. Again, the guy just makes a lot of plays, and he's got some chemistry, again, with Gunnar off the field and on the field as well. So solid 4-star guy. I think he's the number 2 wide receiver in the state, right behind Kojo Antwi, another 4-star guy from the state of Georgia. And again, Georgia can go anywhere to recruit kids, especially at wide receiver. They go all over the place. So the fact that they really focused in on an in-state guy that they really want and landed him, didn't let him sneak out and go out of state, makes this an even bigger deal. I believe this is the 13th commitment. This is number 13 for Georgia in the 2022 class. And in the first wide receiver, listen, they only signed 2 wide receivers last year, Jackson Meeks and Adonai Mitchell, who really had his breakout game at G-Day earlier this month. So I do think Georgia's going to step up and try to take a few more receivers than they normally would, at least 3. So this is the first one on board. They'd love to add Kojo Antwi out of Lambert, right down the street from me. But Evan Stewart is a 5-star guy from Texas. I know they're high on as well. And there's a few others. Of course, there's going to be a story about the wide receivers written on Dawg Post and what this means, landing a guy like Denylon Morissette, who can do a lot for you. You can put him outside, but you can also move him inside, put him in the slot. He can be a mismatch for some smaller, faster linebackers. He's got, again, great hands. He can make the tough catch over the middle. I've seen him snag balls out of the air. I've seen him catch balls close to the ground, away from his body. So he's a guy who can do a lot. And I know the Georgia staff must be happy to have a guy like him who can play multiple positions. So he picked Georgia over a number of different schools. They're going to be happy about this one, and I think if you're a Georgia fan, you are too. Maybe the happiest guy, though, is Gunnar Stockton, because this is a guy that he throws with all the time. Again, they've known each other for years and years. They have developed the chemistry in the offseason due to 7-on-7. So the chemistry they have is only going to translate well at Athens. So this is a big deal. 4-star in-state kid, got him away from some big schools, and it's the first of a few wide receivers that I think they're going to sign in the 2022 class. But they keep on rolling. As far as it relates to the number 1 class, they're still going to have to hit some of their remaining 5-star targets, but we'll see. A lot of these official visits are going to be happening in June. I think Georgia could take a big step forward with some of their uncommitted 5-star targets a little bit down the road. So big deal, big commitment for Georgia, and a good way to just add another big-time playmaker to the offense. Make sure to go over to Dawg Post to read more about this and watch some more exclusive highlights of Georgia's newest commitment, Denylon Morissette. Y'all, thanks for watching this video. As always, stay tuned to the next one coming up right now, and I'll see you over on the website.